The export of Yemen crude oil is still suspended due to the attacks the Houthi militia launched against key ports in Shabwa and Hadramaut. Such a stop in oil exports casts a shadow on the government's ability to pay salaries for civil servants and on the current Saudi-Houthi talks. This report has more details.
Oil exports are by far the biggest domestic source of funding available to Yemen, despite those volumes are relatively modest. Yemen's crude oil exports look set to remain suspended until an improvement in security conditions allows a restart, and that will likely depend on the outcome ongoing talks between Saudi Arabia and Houthis to end the 7-year war in the country. After an easy truce expired in October, Houthi drones struck Yemeni loading terminal at Bir Ali and Ash-Shahr on the Gulf of Aden, including one attack which occurred while a tanker was loading at Ash-Shahr. The damage is not serious, according to Petromasila, but they do not want to start exporting again in case there is another attack. They are waiting for an agreement between the Saudis and the Houthis. They added that Ash-Shahr had been exporting just under 35,000 barrels per day, while Bir Ali had been exporting just under 10,000 barrels per day. Oil fields in the province of Hadramaut are still producing around 7,500 barrels per day, which is going to a couple of topping refineries and power plants in the area. The buyer of OMV's assets in Shabwa province, Canada Zenith Energy, has also sold a majority stake in the subsidiary that did the deal with OMV to Hong Kong-based Hingnobo Industries. Progress has been made in the direct talks between the Saudi and the Houthis, and an agreement could be reached. But the Western security source warned against expectations that peace could break out in Yemen. Riyadh has apparently assured its allies in the country that their interest will not be overlooked if a deal materializes, but many Yemenis are still concerned. There is already fierce infighting among the parties, and warn privately that the south of the country may split up into separate statelets. This could have negative security implications for oil tanker traffic around Bab el-Mandeb and strait between Yemen and the Horn of Africa that links the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden.